Hi, I'm Jen from Nextjen Gluten-Free, and we are here at Ocean Mama Seafood's test kitchen. Thank you to Chef Poyon for letting us use the kitchen. I am here today to demo to you a chocolate wafer cookie that can be made to very much imitate an Oreo cookie. So now we're gonna make that today, our gluten-free chocolate wafer. So we have almond meal. You can buy it already ground. White sugar, cocoa powder, the darkest, most rich cocoa powder you can find. My all-purpose flour blend, the baking blend here that you see, and butter, cinnamon, salt, vanilla, and 1 egg. I'm gonna put all my dry ingredients into the mixer. In goes my almond meal, or almond flour. I'm gonna put my sugar in, and cocoa. That's gonna give us our nice, rich, dark cookie. As well, I'm gonna put my all-purpose baking blend in. The cinnamon's going in. All of our dry ingredients are going in together. And the salt. And we just want to mix that together to make a nice even colored mixture. Now it's time to add the butter into our cocoa mixture. So this is going in kind of in chunks, and then we're going to mix it until it kind of forms a bit of a meal in here, and that's actually what we want. So I'm adding my vanilla now, and then I'm gonna go ahead and crack my egg, and the egg and the vanilla are just enough moisture to bind this recipe together. It does look like a fairly dry cookie, but it is a wafer cookie. So don't be afraid if your mixture looks a little dry at this point. We're gonna work it together with our hands a bit. Just the warmth of your hands and a little bit of pressure is enough for this dough. You see how it's just already coming together quite quickly and easily. And what I'm gonna end up doing is forming sort of a log with it. So now that I have it shaped, I'm gonna use the parchment to, again, just put a little bit more pressure on it. You can see that I'm actually pulling against the parchment paper when I roll it. This is how we make it not crack later. And then I'm gonna roll it over. I have cookie all over my hand, but that's okay. And then at this point, you use the paper to just tighten that up. And it begins to look a little bit like, well, taffy. But that's how it's gonna look going into your fridge. Chilled, gluten-free chocolate wafer dough. And out it comes, and you can just easily unroll it by pulling on the ends. Like I said, it is like taffy. And then you just unroll that, roll it off the paper, lay it onto the cutting board however it wants to sit kind of best. And I'm gonna cut it not too thick. I'm gonna try and cut it nice and thin. If it cracks on you, and sometimes it does, it cracks on me too, you just put the piece back together. And I'll put them on the tray, and we'll be taking this over to the oven in no time. So these are going into the oven at 325. They're going in for 10 to 12 minutes. They are a thin cookie, that's why you bake them a little lower, but in they go. And then we'll check them at 10 to be sure that they're not dark. I'm over to the oven to check on the chocolate wafers. The oven obviously smells great. You can smell cocoa. It smells like that kind of cookie. And you want to be able to make sure that you can turn these a little bit or just move them on the paper so that, because you can't really check them for color. You won't see browning on these because of the cocoa. So you want to be able to check that you can move them a little on their tray. And then I'm going to take them, set them aside, and let them cool on the tray so that they set a little bit. That's just a nice little vanilla icing, butter, icing, sugar, vanilla. There we go. So that is how you make a gluten-free chocolate wafer cookie. Thank you for watching the video. And if you want more recipes, you can check out nextjen.ca. There's about 45 recipes there for you now. Or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel.